So, what we're talking about today is passive income and whether or not that's a method, a myth for musicians, and just what does it mean to be able to earn passive income as a musician or as an artist or creative, and does it really work for us as faith focused freelancers and musicians? Because if you have heard anything about passive income, whether it comes from real estate or whether it comes from Bitcoin or comes from digital products or having other things, you probably had um, some negative word or association to go along with passive income. And most of the time, the passive income spiel is to get rich quick or get rich with barely any work at all. I have a book right behind me over here, The 4 Hour Work Week. If you haven't read The 4 Hour Work Week, I would definitely recommend it. But there's some things that go along with the 4 Hour Work Week that have been troublesome for a lot of people, including myself. So if you never heard of the 4 Hour Work Week, it's a book that kind of explains how you can detach from the 9 to 5 and work very little, build a business that kind of runs itself automatically and basically gives you the idea that you can kind of run off and do whatever you want, live wherever you want. As Tim Ferriss, the author, says, you can get paid in currencies in foreign countries that are much lower and then get paid in dollars, which are much higher. And this cash flow just starts coming around and you're basically set for life. That's kind of in a very simple way of saying it. That's what the 4 Hour Work Week tries to do. And I read it and I was definitely blown away with the concept that I could possibly be earning money in different ways without having to work, push myself, show up at gigs, or work a 9 to 5. That there are other ways of earning money where the money works for me or the business works for me. So I think Simone's joined us as well. Simone's, thanks so much for joining us. So this is where I want to kind of like pin my hat right here and pin our discussion. Is number one, this whole idea of passive income. Have you heard of it before? Has it become something that you've considered, especially as a musician or creative, in these last few months when the pandemic has shut off a lot of our choices? And I'm wondering if that's the case, if you've considered the possibility that there's other ways to earn income that don't involve you having to do what you do as a creative. Now, let me explain why that's kind of like troublesome for some of us, because as an artist, I'm pretty sure you would rather be doing what you do and making lots of money doing exactly what you enjoy doing, which would obviously be performing, writing, creating, whatever you do. So what I'm wanting to know is, who wrote it, Rachel? It's Tim Ferriss. Let me find it right here. I'm going to pull it out right behind me so you can actually see the actual book. So Tim Ferriss, this is the famous cover, the guy lounging. Here, let me make sure I can see what you're seeing. Yeah. So this is the book, The 4 Hour Work Week. So again, this is a manual for people who want to build a business that doesn't require you to work 40 hours a week. And I've taken a lot of the principles out of this and I have applied it to my life. But what I'm going to tell you now is about another gentleman that I have talked to and interviewed that he's doing similar things like this, but in a much more God honoring and a more balanced way that is not just about making a bunch of money. And the reason why that makes me feel good is that this applies a lot more to the mindset of just getting rich and making a lot of money and just doing it just to do it. The person I have been following for the last few weeks and I want to tell you about is explaining how to do this in a way that honors God, that puts the emphasis not on making money, but on making a life that matters and impacting the world in a better way. And so the gentleman I'm talking about is Jordan Raynor. Now, you might have heard Jordan Raynor's name if you've been following me for the last few months, because Jordan Raynor, another book I have right behind me, is the author of Master of One. And we got to interview Master Jordan earlier this year in episode 55, I believe it was. And Jordan is an entrepreneur, a Christian thought leader, and he has been at the forefront of connecting people between their art, their creativity, their business, and their faith. So he's basically my mentor when it comes to connecting faith with business and entrepreneurship. And so I found out about a month ago or 2 months ago, about that he was going to be doing a course or some more talking about passive income. And my first, I was like, wait a minute, passive income. Okay, that doesn't sound like Jordan. Jordan talks a lot about faith and business and entrepreneurship and building businesses and working hard. So passive income didn't sound like something that Jordan Raynor normally would be talking about. But when he showed this example of what he's doing, it made so much sense. So what he's doing now, and let me kind of break this down so you can see why we're talking about this in terms of what is possible for you as a creative, as a musician, or as an artist. Rachel said, "Oh, cool, spoken word. Love it. You are in the right place, Rachel. If you haven't already joined our group, I don't know, you might already be in the group, might be watching from the group, but make sure you also join the creative community. We got a bunch of poets also already that are in our group, as well as people who are writers and have worked in every single sphere of creativity. You have found a place. So hopefully, if you haven't connected with us in all these other forms, please do follow us and make sure you connect with our Instagram and everything else. So what I want to really push and let you know is that I was a little skeptical about this passive income idea of raising money or raising capital or raising funds without having to work as hard. And musicians, artists, we work hard. If we love what we do, sometimes we do it and it's like, doesn't feel like work at all. But then it can feel like work when it's not really bringing the results. And a lot of us have been dealing with that, where we're doing a lot of work, but unfortunately, because of the economy, because of COVID, because of all these situations, we haven't been able to earn the money that we normally would be able to earn, dollar for dollar, working day to day. So this concept, again, coming from a author that I respect, a leader that I respect, talking about passive income, he is now working on showing musicians and artists and creatives how they can make passive income through a course with a gentleman named Graham Cochrane. So you may say, okay, there's another guy I've never heard of. Who's Graham Cochrane? Well, I suggest that you look up the Recording Revolution. I think it's recordingrevolution.com. Graham Cochrane is a entrepreneur and a musician and a recording engineer who created a course and a setup of businesses and digital products, which now brings him a seven-figure income. Now, you might say, okay, that's great. What does that have to do with me? Well, Graham, if you look at this particular website I'm about to post for you guys, Graham started right from the same place that a lot of us started, which is struggling to make ends meet, working a 40-hour work weekday, regular job, and trying to make his business work, his music work on the side, as far as a side hustle. So he has dealt with the same things we deal with, which is juggling, trying to make a business work, trying to pay the bills, and then trying to make his music career happen. And he was struggling along with, like many of us, struggling along day to day, week to week, trying to make it work, committed to the music, but not necessarily being able to make a full-time living at it. So what he did is that he started to figure out that there was something he could probably teach. And he started teaching people how to do recording. I shouldn't create, how to record. He started a digital product on how to record at home studios. What happened after that was that his business became more about teaching than it was about simply doing what he was doing. He was able to create a structure and a business around creating these courses, which became the main engine of his business. And now he is making so much more money, but he's still doing what he loves because he has the time to focus on what he loves. And so what he's been doing, let me see if there's anybody in the chat, by the way. I almost forgot to check the chat as well. Sorry, it just jumped in my mind. I realized I hadn't looked at it. So Graham has now created this business, and what he's doing now is teaching other people, musicians like you and me, how to build businesses from your knowledge of music, your knowledge of art, your knowledge of creativity, and be able to then turn that around and bless others, including your family and then giving back to whether it be your local church, building the kingdom, sticking with your faith, and really blessing people. So the idea, as you can tell, is not simply to make a bunch of money with this passive income idea, but it's really an opportunity to grow your influence and to grow yourself. And I was intrigued by that. I need to tell you that I'm intrigued by that because if you're looking at this right now, if you're watching this on a replay, by the way, just type in replay if you're watching this on replay so I can see this later on. I know you were watching. So if that was the case and you were thinking, okay, passive income is just for people who do, Amway or multi-level, or they do other things, and it's not for musicians, it's not for creatives, I would like to get you to think twice about that. And maybe it's possibility that there's these other forms of income growth that you can explore for yourself that honor God, that give you the opportunity to grow your business, to grow your creative influence, to grow beyond just what you do person to person. Because with Graham's example, we find that you don't have to simply just stick with one person at a time and teach one person or to work with one person. You can create something that grows beyond you. It's kind of like planting the seed, and then just like in the Bible where they say the tree grows and the seed always produces more seeds. You grow more whenever you plant that one seed, and it can bless more people and grow beyond just your particular area of expertise because you're able to create something that grows bigger than you. But it's by using these techniques and these passive income strategies in terms of building something that I want to learn more about. And I think you would want to learn more about, because if you're in a place where you've been struggling or simply just wondering, like, how do I build this business? How do I reproduce myself? How do I create more when limited time and limited resources? If that's you, if you've ever felt limited in your time or your resources, let me know. Put it in the comments. Say limited, or, yes, that I've been limited. I've been feeling like I'm stuck with just how many minutes I have in a day, how many hours I have in a day. Always, every time I do this, by the way, the garbage truck always comes at the exact time, and I'm always so annoyed. But hopefully that's not distracting you like it's distracting me. So every single time you have a chance to grow your business, I want you to think about it. Wait a minute. Is there a way that I could be an artist, a creative, a musician, but still be doing more and gaining more ground financially and independently as a business person if I was able to do more? Would you? Would you do that? Would you take that opportunity? So this is the opportunity I'd like to tell you about, and I'm going to try this, and I'd really invite some people to try it with me. But here's the thing. I want to be straight up with you. I'm not earning any money for this particular program that I'm about to tell you about, because sometimes people say, oh, he's going to tell me to sign up for something and he's getting paid for it. And that sometimes is the case. There are different programs that if I recommend them, there is a commission for, like our books. If you go to, godofgigs.com/books and you tap on one of the other books we recommended, we get a commission from that. And there are other things where it's affiliate marketing. This is what it's called. And that is one of the passive income strategies that I use to help support God and Gigs in my music, because, again, it's a way to build income without necessarily me having to be there and work for it and teach a lesson or do a gig. But this particular program I'm going to tell you about, I'm not affiliated with. This is simply because I believe in this program. And I think as I'm starting to do it, I think some other people that are in my circle are going to want to try this too. So let me tell you exactly how to find out about it. I haven't even created a link for this, by the way. There's no God and Gigs link. It's simply, what you're going to do is go to jordanraynor.com. That's JordanRayNor. jordanraynor.com. I'm actually going to type that in now. Actually, let me put it in the chat where it'll go to everybody. And what you're going to want to do is go there and look for where there are going to be some resources. Rachel, for you and Simony and anybody else that's watching, you're going to look for resources. And actually, let me pull up the site right now just to make sure that you guys can find what I'm looking for. And I'll type in the direct line. There it is. There is a free, got it. Okay, let me actually put in the site exactly how it is. Okay, there it is. So you're going to want to go to that site and watch the first conversation between Jordan and Graham. Okay? Go to that first site, watch the conversation between Jordan and Graham. And just take it in, and then the first two lessons of this particular course on how to turn knowledge into income and build a passive income stream. Again, this is by a musician, and it's by someone who is a Christian and believes in saving, in promoting the kingdom, and he believes in the same things we believe in. So that's why it's so unique for me, and that's why I want to like share it with you, because I haven't heard this before. I don't think you probably haven't heard it before either. As a matter of fact, if you heard this before, tell me, and I'll definitely look up the program. But I have not yet seen a program anywhere where they talk about passive income from a Christian worldview and include the ideas that are behind creative work and business life, and just put it all in one big package, and you can participate in this and learn from this person. And again, the first two lessons are free. Now I'm going to sign up for this class. I haven't signed up yet. I'm being, totally transparent. I'm getting ready to sign up probably this week. And it's a class, again, it's a digital course. And you sign up and you can learn the principles that Graham Cochrane used in order to build his business and to become not only a musician and a recording engineer, but also an entrepreneur who has passive income and has a stream that he can count on. And that's probably one of the biggest things. I'm so glad you're excited, Rachel. That's awesome. I am so glad. Let me know if the comment came through, by the way. I'm looking. I don't see it on Facebook. I'm not sure why it didn't come on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, let me repost this. All right. Tell me if that link went through. Okay. So again, the key is all of these pieces, as I'm telling you right now, fit what God and Gigs is all about, what I'm about. And it's not something that I think has ever been shared. Even I have been trying to talk about income, and I felt kind of weird about it. Like I felt like, oh, they're going to think I'm talking too much about money. And even though the pandemic is here and we need new sources of income and people need multiple sources of income, I didn't want to sound like I was simply talking about business all the time. But as you know, if you're any kind of Bible reader, you know that God is here to meet our needs. Like God says he'll supply our needs. And we as musicians and artists and creators, we have a need to earn and support our families. Like that's real. And so if I'm not going to share the techniques and strategies that have helped me to survive, if I'm not going to bring you the people and the mentors and the people that have done it before that are actually making money, and I'm not just talking about, again, just get rich quick. I'm talking about real strategies. Jordan Raynor has a run of multi-million-dollar businesses. He's now running his own business as a Christian entrepreneur. Graham Cochrane has built $1 million business as a recording engineer. If these guys have done it and have done it in the realm of believing in Christian principles, then why wouldn't I share that? And why wouldn't we celebrate that? And they're not the only ones. There are people that I know also in other spheres that we've interviewed on the Got a Gig show. You can check that out at gotagigs.com. Look at the podcast, all the different podcasts we've been talking to creatives and entrepreneurs like Dre Marshall, episode 81, gotagigs.com/81. We talked about music marketing and marketing your career. And, so many people we talk to are right in the thick of it. They're not hiding from the fact that money is a necessary item for us to survive, and we need to know how to earn income. But we can do it in a way that we honor God and we honor our creative spirit, and we don't sell out, if you want to use that term. We don't sell out to the just desire to be rich and desire to kind of, solve all our problems by making money. So this is what I'm offering for you guys. I really would like to do this with the community. So I just want to know if you're interested in this program and interested in taking this course, just put interested or yes, or put, put I'm interested in the comments. Because what I would like to do is I would like to take this class together with a few people. And what I would love to do is if we take this class together, I'm in it too. I'm going to be in it too. I'm going to be taking it with you again. And if you're in this class with me, what I would love to do is do a weekly coaching kind of takeaway, kind of a powwow, like a recap. So each week we do a lesson, and you guys watch the courses, and you watch the course. We could come together as a God and Gigs community and talk about what we learned as we start to build our businesses. As we start to see, oh, wait a minute, I could teach this. Oh, wait, I could build this course. Oh, wait, I could do this. This would be a great opportunity. And what do you think of this? So we can share ideas about this course even as we take it. Now, for those of you who are worried about the cost, go ahead and check out that link at access.jordanraynor.com, and you can see from knowledge to income with the little dashes. Follow along with that link, and then you'll see the cost. And the monthly cost is not tremendous, okay? It's not a huge amount. It's something that I believe is affordable. I'm actually just going to move a couple of things around personally. Yes, Rachel, so awesome that you're interested. I really want some people to do this with me. I mean, there's, I honestly have thought about it. It's like, okay, well, there's other courses that I could recommend that maybe, are more affordable, or then there's other ones that are, more, have a longer track record. And then there's some that I could like make money off of if I promote them. And that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in things that are real and things that will bless you. And so this one is the first course I've said to myself, this is exactly what my community needs. This is exactly what my community needs. My community needs Christian, faith-focused, principled people who understand creative work, who have built businesses themselves, who know what we have gone through. Jordan talks about in his book about how he used to be wanted to be a Nashville songwriter and was a piano player. So Jordan knows the world of musicians. He knows the world of creatives. He actually interviewed. He didn't interview Fred Rogers, but he interviewed who's one of the producers that helped create the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood show. He's interviewed people from all walks of life, from Disney, from Pixar. So he understands the creative life. And now he's creating this course where people can actually learn how to build a business that supports your creative life while also allowing you to honor God and keep the principles intact and not sacrifice your faith. So Rachel, I would love for you to look into that. And anybody else that if you're watching this on the replay, please tell me, hey, I'm interested. Watch this on the replay. And what I actually probably should do is I should probably give you my email. If you're interested, and just tell me, send me an email at alan@godandgigs.com and just say, hey, I think I want to take this class with you. And let's just say if you're watching this in a replay, let's say by next Monday, that's the 26th. Let me know by the 26th if you'd want to do this with me, because I think by November, we'd want to go ahead and get started and start doing this class together. Okay. That's really all of the creative checkup today. And I really appreciate you guys jumping in. Again, I apologize. I didn't get to Instagram today. I'll probably be posting this as a replay on Instagram, but I want them to hear this as well. And you guys, again, deserve to know that this is possible, that passive income is possible, that Graham Cochrane is a believer who has built a business based on his musical knowledge and now is doing it to glorify God and edify other people. And I mean, why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Like, again, it's just a momentary learning opportunity that could change your life. Who knows? I know that I've built this business based on things that I didn't know would work. And now 5 years later, I'm talking to you now because I took a step of faith, and now I have a book, and now I have a podcast, and now I have this platform. And who knows, your platform might be just waiting for you to build it. And I know I'm going to go further along if I do this than I am even now, because I'll be learning from someone who's built something even bigger than I have. Again, another creative, another musician, another person in that particular spiel. So Rachel, so glad you joined us today. Precious, I saw Precious name pop up as well. So Simony, I saw you. So anybody that jumped in, if you weren't able to stick with us the entire time, no big deal. I totally understand. It's the middle of the day, and sometimes most of you will watch this on the replay. So again, if you're watching this on the replay or on Instagram, because I didn't get a chance to post to Instagram right away, please go ahead and let me know that you're interested in taking this From Knowledge to Income course, how to build passive income as a creative entrepreneur, faith-focused entrepreneur. Okay, that's the biggest catch, not catch, the benefit of all of this is that this is from a Christian worldview, from a faith-focused worldview, on how to build passive income as a business person who wants to build something bigger than you. And this is going to be really exciting. So I really hope you will join in. The link again is in the comments here in Facebook, and hopefully also came up on YouTube. And I look forward to doing this with you. So again, take about a couple of days, but don't wait too long, because I want to start this with a group of people. And if you are interested in taking this course with me, just email me or send a comment here and just say, I'm interested. And then we'll get you on a sign up list, and we'll just design our Zoom calls. I think we'll probably do it by Zoom. I'm not sure yet. Or we'll do Facebook rooms. I'm not sure. But either way, we'll do it where we talk about the class together. I really believe this will help us if we do it together. Okay, so by next week, I'll have that together, and I'll know who's going to join. Okay, Rachel, once again, thanks. Yeah, I